This is CHSTV News.
Good morning, Cathedral. We hope you had a great weekend. I'm Romeo with your morning announcements for Monday, September the 14th.
Thank you, Romeo. Our returning students will know that our chapel is located in room 205, directly across from the guidance office. You'll notice that the door to the chapel is always open so that you may enter. The sacred space is set aside for you so that you may come to pray and be in the presence of the Blessed Sacrament. You'll notice that there's a sign-in sheet and a bottle of hand sanitizer as soon as you walk into the chapel. Please sign in when you arrive and sign out when you leave for the purpose of contact tracing. It is most important that you sanitize your hands before sitting down in one of the cloth chapel chairs, which have been spaced out to be 1 meter apart. Everyone is welcome to come use the chapel, regardless of your faith or practice. Please come to the chapel. We all need a place to be calm, a place to regroup, a place to be quiet with God.
Good morning, Cathedral. Mr. Daly here. Welcome to our first full week of school in this new era. Just a couple of brief announcements. First of all, I really want to thank staff and students, but especially the students today. Last week, we were, all trying to figure out how things were going to go in the first 2 days of our new model of delivering academics to you guys. And I have to say, we're thrilled with the behavior and cooperation that we've had from the students. So I know we can count on that keeping up, but we thank you very much, students. And it's one of my philosophies not to just crack on students when they do things wrong, but to praise them when they do things well. Now, we didn't expect anything else but good behavior from our students because that's what Cathedral students do. But I don't want to neglect to say thank you for the good behavior and cooperation that we had. It's a long day, I know. Lucky for you, you're only coming every second day, but it's a long day to be in class with your masks on, paying attention to all the schoolwork that's being done. And again, I'm super impressed. I walked around a lot those first 2 days, and teachers are working hard to make sure you learn as much as you can, and it looks like students are very focused on learning themselves. So keep it up, staff and students, but students, thank you for your cooperation. Now, one major thing I want to tell students is that when it's time for lunch, which I know for most of you means you're going home, we need you to exit the building. Now, you got to understand, we've got you in groups of no more than about 15 to 17 per class, and you're stuck in that class the whole day. The idea is that we're not going to have people, having contact with a lot of other students, that's students and staff. So we can't have, when lunch dismisses, a big crowd of 100 people hugging and we know you miss your friends and we know you're glad to finally see everybody. But the idea of this whole situation is to keep people spaced out. Even this morning, we got 2 kids hug each other right in front of me. Like, we're not doing that, okay? So we're best you can, students, try to be disciplined and control yourselves. We need you to leave the building when it's lunchtime. And then we need you not to be gathering in packs out on the Wentworth stairs or on the Wentworth Street sidewalk. So when it's time to go, it's time to go. On your way, don't be hanging around in groups, and try to maintain your social distancing. Make sure, again, always reminding students, you got to have your masks on, which I know you're doing. Make sure you're washing your hands and sanitizing very frequently anytime you're moving in and out of your class or coming in and out of the washroom. And again, at the end of the day, make sure you're not gathering in clumps of students, and keep your spacing and on your way home. There is no cohort switching, so we cannot switch you from one cohort to the other. So I just want to make sure you're clear on that, because the classes are balanced out, and we can't, in most cases, and we can't just flip 3 people into one other class, because then all of a sudden there's more than the 15 or 17 students in that class. So we won't be having any cohort switching. And another reminder that the library is closed to students, okay? The library, for the same reason, we're not going to have 2 students from each class going to the library, and then that way if something were to happen, we've now had contact between students of all different classes. So the library is closed to students. We do have some staff on site who are working through the online school, and they are working out of the library. So I want to welcome those teachers who are here working there. But the library area is only for overflow for our teachers who are a little crowded in their workrooms, and for some of our guests who are online teachers. Otherwise, students cannot go to the library, okay? And we appreciate your cooperation with that. And I just wanted to say something on behalf of myself about Mr. Tony Perry, our trustee who passed away suddenly. He was a Cathedral grad. If you were here about 3 years ago, I think, he spoke at the Academic Awards ceremony, and he's a colorful character, and it was humorous and fun. But he grew up on Madison Avenue, downtown Hamilton, and became a teacher. He did a lot of acting, believe it or not, and he was always reaching out to our students. I want students to understand that when I came back here now 6 years ago, we didn't have a turf field, and he was a big factor in lobbying the school board to get our turf field and our facility upgraded out back. And I was always very thankful for that. And I know he reached out to specific students to help them. I know last year he met with me and a couple of our students who are in the building and helped them get auditions, because he had a contract with an acting firm in Toronto. And he actually mentored a couple of our kids and got them auditions out in Toronto. So he was always looking to support Cathedral. He loved Cathedral, and we loved him, and we pray for him and his family at his passing. With that, I hope we all have a great day and week, everyone, and we'll turn it back over to the anchor.
Thanks, sir. Welcome back, Legales. For those of you who don't know, Legales are the students who have taken law with their favorite teacher, Miss Valerie Tortis, or perhaps will be taking law this semester. In the past, CHS has sent interested students to Toronto to participate in Sisters in Law, a day-long educational opportunity that gives girls the chance to meet Black female justice sector professionals, such as lawyers and paralegals. This year, however, due to the pandemic, there may be a 1-hour virtual session in November with Black female lawyers, if there is enough interest. If you are interested in participating in Sisters in Law virtual session organized by the Ontario Justice Educational Network, please email Ms. Valerie Tortis at ValerieP@HamiltonWentworthCatholic School Board.ca. Information will be posted on the scrolling announcements. The 4 students that you see here on the OGIN website are all Cathedral students from a few years ago. It is a great opportunity to speak to lawyers about their career path, the challenges that they face, and the opportunities and successes of Black female legal professionals. And lastly, don't forget to follow us on social media. We keep you up to date with school announcements, reminders, and important things you should know. You can watch our daily video announcements on our YouTube or on our school website. Follow us on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter at CHSTV News. And those are all of your announcements for today, Cathedral. Have a great day, Gales, and thanks for watching.